At the age of 40, what seemed important to Shina Ajayi was the struggle to make an ends meet. Little did he knew that 21 years of his life would be spent across different custodial centers as a condemned prisoner. In 1999, Shina and his father were robbed as suspects in an armed robbery attack where he was even a victim. This led him to custodial center as both father and son were sentenced to death. Appeals, even up to Supreme Court, couldn't bring respite. He was moved from condemned cell to execution center. But wait a minute, intervention came. Divine, you may call it, a non-governmental organization, Center for Justice, Mercy and Reconciliation, took up the case and appealed for a review on his behalf. The sentence was commuted to life imprisonment in 2018. Unfortunately, his father was not that lucky. He had passed on in 2015 while serving his jail term. Another appeal was instituted and the life sentence was converted to 30 years. Further efforts got him off the clutches of death. He was released through state pardon after 21 years.
Going by the calculation of that 30 years imprisonment, the man has to be released on 28 June 2022. So having pushed it thus far, we have to be patient again. And I was so surprised that when I got a call from the Ministry of Justice that I should produce the full judgment of the Court of Appeal. And then I produced the full judgment of the Court of Appeal. The outcome of that was that he was asked to be set free.
At about 2 a.m. on that day, armed robbers came to attack us in our home. After collecting money from my father, he was macheted. They also attacked my mother. I need to rescue my father, but I have to report to the police station. Getting there, another victim of the attack, who happens to be one of our family members, reported that he suspected me as one of the armed robbers. From there, we were taken to High Court. That was the beginning of my incarceration.
At the reunion with his aged mother, who had lost everything in the fight for justice, and his 21-year-old daughter, who was 3 months at the time he was incarcerated, emotion rose high.
We were beaten on that day. My husband was highly macheted. This could have been the result of his death thereafter. My only hope is my son.
With lots of obstacles in seeking justice, expert says pardonable offense is at the prerogative of mercy from the concerned authority.
So the person needs to turn a new leaf, knowing that having been pardoned is not his right, but it was such a rare privilege.
As Shina Ajayi picks up the remaining part of his life, one can only pray that fate smiles on him, even in his 60s.